Hi everyone, welcome to the Ignite Show. It's Gail here. This is the second time I've been live today because I did the announcement about my challenge earlier today. So I did that live on Facebook as well, but it's Monday and I always do the Ignite Show on a Monday. Mondays and Thursdays are the Ignite Show. So I'm back here with the Ignite Show, and I might just still talk about the challenge as well, but I do have a topic for today. So I'm going to just have a wee look here and see if anybody's around that might want to join me live, because I didn't send a bulk message out for this today. So there I am live. Let's open that up. Click to expand. We're getting a dab hand at this now, being able to invite people. I might just still. Oh, no, that's interesting because it is not actually letting me invite anybody today, is it? Let's see, active contacts. So it looks like, so normally, gosh, they keep changing the interface on this all the time. Keep changing. So now what it's doing is it's letting me send a message, but it's not letting me, it's not giving me the wee thing to invite people anymore. Honestly, I wish, the thing is with Facebook, like you just get used to what it's doing, and then it changes it, and then you're like, right, okay, now I can't do that anymore. Anyway, never mind. So it looks like there are 3 people on watching me live just now. So if you are on live, I'm just about to grab a drink there and realise that my glass is empty. I need to go and get some more water. If you are on live watching me just now, say a little hello. And I wonder if I can, let's see what it does when I do this. Active. Yeah, no, I can't. Doesn't look like I can tag people to invite them to this anymore. It's changed. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's annoying if I do that. But anyway, never mind. Here we are. So whoever turns up for this. And if there is only 2 people, then that's fine. It'll be me and 2 people watching, and that'll be okay. So, but if you are the 2 people that are watching me, then do put a little comment in so that I know that you're here watching. Let me know who you are, where you are, what you're up to, how your Monday has been, how it's going. Just tell me how you're getting on. And I am going to chat today about, let me just bring the comments up here in case anybody does comment. Siv is on. Hi, Siv. Hello. Good to have you here. How are you? Let me know how you are. Yeah, let me know what's going on for you. How has your Monday been? What have you been up to? But today I am talking about having the confidence to say no. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I'm all about confidence, and my Ignite program is all about helping you figure out what it is for you to be confident, and giving you the tools, strategies, and techniques to find your confidence so that you can be an incredible leader, right? So I help results-driven women in tech primarily, although a lot of my audience aren't in tech, but I do work with people in tech a lot because that's my background. But the big thing is about helping you find your confidence, self-confidence, right? So discover your self-confidence, and so discover that and unleash that so that you can be an incredible leader. That's ultimately what I'm about. And so what I said, so the title for this is, I'm just using it over here, the Ignite Show, having the confidence to say no. When you've got loads of plates in the air, sometimes you need to remove some of the plates. And I guess this is dear to my heart right now because I am going through a busy period in my business right now. So today is kind of launch day. So I'm in a launch period at the moment. I'm going to be focusing on launching for the next 3 weeks. So I do that, in little chunks throughout the year. And so when I'm doing that, you know, I'm pretty busy. There's loads going on, loads happening, lots of planning around that. There's lots of social media stuff going on, and so it's generally quite hectic, pretty busy. And also, the thing that's coming up for me just now, and I was discussing this with my business mentor last week, is that I have, a lot of commitments. So I run my own business. I do associate work for an organization as well. And what else do I do? I also do some charity work, and I volunteer in a couple of places as well. And it's dawned on me that so I teach work-life balance. One of the things that I teach in one of my programs, my Leading with Confidence program. So I used to run the Find Your Balance program as a separate program, actually, but I've rolled that into my Leading with Confidence program. So it's ironic, really, that I teach that, and it is a big part of what I talk about. But sometimes I really struggle with it myself. So I quite often struggle with overwhelm, and I think it goes hand in hand with running your own business, because when you're running your own business, it's very difficult to turn work away, because sometimes it's like the number 22 bus. Sometimes you haven't seen one for a while, and then all of a sudden they all come along at once, and it can be a little bit feast or famine, right? That can happen. But I think that for me right now, I am getting to the point where there's certain things that I'm needing to walk away from, step back from, while I just focus, on the stuff that is a priority for me. Siv is saying, I'm fine, thanks. I've moved some of the plates to have more focus on others. Ooh, very good. I love that. Let's put that up. I am fine, thanks, with a little green leaf. Have moved some of the plates to have more focus on others. Yes, that's the thing. It's about conscious choice, Siv, right? So it's about knowing what are the things that you're choosing? What are you going to focus on? Because every time, I talk about this a lot, right? Because every time we say yes, right, we are also saying no to something else, but often we're not clear what we're saying no to, or we've not noticed what we're saying no to, or sometimes we're saying no and it's, we're saying no to the people that are closest to us because that's easier, right? It's easy to let people down. The people that are most important to us, actually, and closest to us, it's usually easier to let them down because they're more forgiving sometimes than it is to say no to other people, which is a bit sad, really, as well. So the thing about this is, a lot of this comes down to confidence as well. So often we need to have the confidence, we need to have the self-belief, we need to believe in ourselves, and we need to know that no matter what, everything is going to be okay, even if we say no to something. And for me, running my own business, sometimes that means turning a piece of work down, or turning an opportunity down, or turning, something that may lead to an opportunity. So it might not be directly an opportunity, but it could lead to an indirect opportunity. Sometimes we have to know and trust that there are certain things that we have to turn down in order for us to be able to have the space to let the things in that we want to come in, that are more of a priority, and to be able to focus on the things that we already have that are most important. But it's hard, it's a really difficult thing to do. And one of the things when I'm teaching balance, the big thing that always comes up is how to say no. How do you say no? And a big part of that comes down to confidence, right? A lot of it comes down to confidence. Have you got the balls to turn around and say, I'm not going to do that, and no thank you? And I guess for me as a business owner, the big thing is, do I have the confidence to turn away something that's a potential opportunity? Am I confident enough, right? Am I confident enough in my business, in what I'm doing, in what's happening here and now, to be able to do that? Because I'm at the point where, the balance of everything is my own business is growing, my associate work is there as well. I've got the stuff that I do with charities, and it's all kind of being thrown into this big melting pot now. And it does feel for me right now that there are a lot of plates in the air, and that time is now, actually, the time is here for me to look at those plates and decide which ones I'm going to keep in the air and which ones I'm going to put away for a while, right? And it's incredibly difficult, right? It's really difficult decision for me to make, but it's one I know I want to make, right? Because when I really think about, what do I want for myself? What does my vision look like? What do I want my business to look like? What do I want my time to look like? When we take the time to define that for ourselves and really stand in that and own it, it can make a massive difference. And so, when I think about my vision, when I think about what perspective I'm in, so I was talking about this earlier, I'm in a really excited perspective right now because it's day one of me talking about my free challenge. I have just announced it today. There have been a few people that have found out about it over the past couple of weeks. I've talked about it a couple of places, but generally speaking, today is the first day of my little launch period that I've got, and started talking about the challenge. And so I am really excited about it, and that feels good, right? So I'm in a really good place, really positive perspective, full of energy, full of optimism. Hopefully I'll still feel like that in 2 weeks' time when I'm just about to close the challenge registration. But in fact, 2 weeks today, the registration for the challenge will be closed because it closes at lunchtime on the Monday. So so full of optimism at the moment, really excited, and to have this sort of nervous anticipation about what is going to be happening, and that's great, and I'm loving that, and it's a good place to be. But then at the same time, it's like, well, I need the space, right? I need the space to let the good stuff in and to let stuff come to me, which, if I'm accepting too many other things, I'm not going to have the space, I'm not going to have the headspace, I'm not going to have the capacity, I'm not going to have the physical space, and I'm not going to be able to have the mind share that I need to be able to focus on what I want to focus on. So I guess, the confidence, is the confidence there for me? Yes, I think it is. She says, I think. That doesn't sound very confident, does it? But you do need that confidence, right? You need that self-belief, belief in yourself, to stand your ground and to own your thing, and to stand in your strengths, and to be ready to say yes to the things that you want to say yes to, and say no to the things that either aren't serving you right now or are not the priority right now. What is the priority, and how do you stick to that? And so the thing that I've been talking about a lot, you'll have heard me talking about this on the Ignite show as well, if you've been tuning in, is, and I did this in my Ignite group this morning as well for my clients. So I've set them a task for the week all around balance. And the thing with that I do is have them really think about what their topic is. And so this week I asked everybody in my Ignite group to focus on the topic of balance, because I really wanted to drive some accountability around this. So what I asked them to do was choose your topic, which is balance, make sure you're clear what your vision is, decide on your perspective, right? How are you going to look at this topic? And then I want them to be committed. So I want them to brainstorm around how are they going to be and what are they going to do. But then they're going to choose, right? So I'm asking them to choose the things that they're going to say yes to and the things they're going to say no to this week, right? Because sometimes when I teach this, I leave it quite open-ended. It's like, well, what do you want? What's your vision of balance? What do you want balance to look like? And what, in general, are you going to say yes and no to? But it's not overly time-bound, which leaves a lot of wiggle room. So for this week only, in the Ignite group, we are really reining that in. And what I'm saying is I want you to make a commitment this week, and I want you to say what the commitment is. I want you to write it down. I want you to share that with me in the group. And then by the end of this week, I want to check in and see how you're getting on, so that there is accountability and it is time bound. So I'm quite excited about this week. So that would be my advice. Okay, so that would be my advice to you is, those are the things you need to be thinking about. So when you want to be really confident about saying no to the things that aren't serving you anymore, you need to be really, really clear, what are the things that are serving you, right? And the only way you're going to identify that is if you're really clear what your vision is, and you're in a perspective that serves you, you know, that you're in a perspective that allows you to make good choices, allows you to make good decisions, right? So you want to find a perspective that lights you up and makes you feel good. And then it's about thinking through all the ways you want to be and all the things that you want to do, right? So kind of, you know, do a bit of a brain dump, get all of that out of your head onto a bit of paper. And then you want to prioritize. So out of everything that I've written down, what will you do? What will you commit to? What matters most? What is most important that you will commit to, so that you'll say yes to some things and you'll say no to other things, but you're going to be clear and have clarity around what those are. So that is my thing for you today on balance. It's all about choice, really. So balance is a choice. That is what I tell people. Balance is a choice, right? It's a choice. And often for us to make good choices for ourselves, we need to feel confident about them, right? We need to find our confidence. And that leads me neatly into talking about my challenge, which I said I would just do briefly on the Ignite show today. So I have announced my challenge. So my next challenge is starting on the 7th of September. And super, super excited about it. This is going to be the biggest challenge that I've done so far. I'm hoping to get about 500 people into my challenge. So I've got my fingers crossed that we can make that happen. But I'm super, super excited. Can't wait to do it. I love running my challenge. Absolutely love it. The energy, the buzz, you know, the people that come in to join my challenge, their engagement, and the way that they lap up the stuff that I'm sharing in the challenge is just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. Can't wait to get started. And so registration is open. I'm going to share a link in this post so that if you are interested in it. So the challenge is how to boost your confidence in 5 days. It is free. So it runs for 5 days from Monday, the 7th of September. You get a task to do every day in the free Facebook group, but you have to register to take part. So I'll be sharing a link for that. So you can register to take part and you get access to me all week. So I am in the group all week. So I set the tasks in the morning. That's all video based. I go live a couple of times a day in the group and I answer all your questions. So you get to ask me anything you want in the challenge and I do my best to answer them. And I'm also there cheering you on, supporting you, encouraging you, and sometimes dishing out a little bit of tough love when that is needed, but it all comes from the heart and it's all in your best interest. That is the thing about the challenge. It's all in your best interest. So really looking forward to getting started. Siv is saying looking forward to the challenge. Yay, Siv, I know you've already registered. I can't wait to welcome you in. It's going to be fantastic. You are going to so enjoy it. You're going to have a great time. So Siv is already registered. So anybody else that wants to, I will put a little link for that once I've finished. Once I finish the live, I will put a little link in here for that, and I would love to welcome you in. So the private group, it's a private Facebook group, opens on Friday, the 4th of September, but then 2 weeks today, so 2 weeks today, we will already have done the first task. I'll be getting ready to do my evening tonic, which is the thing that I do in the evening when I come on to talk about the day's task and answer questions, see what your comments are, and give you some help and support. And it's going to be great. So really looking forward to it. So I will share the link if anybody who is watching wants to come and join me, or if you're watching on replay, #replay, watch out for that link as well. So that's it for today. That's the Ignite show, quick one for today. I will be back again on Thursday with another topic, and I will talk about the challenge again. So there'll be another topic on Thursday. Look forward to seeing you then. If you're watching on replay, #replay, let me know if you have any questions and I will do my best to answer them. And that's it. Thanks very much. So thank you so much for joining me and for commenting. I will speak to you later and I look forward to welcoming you into the challenge. It's going to be great. See you soon. Bye.